Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm Angela from artorai.com. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, but I have sort of struggled with it in the past. It's reverse stamping. So I have a stamp that just faces this way, but I want another one where they're facing each other, so you can reverse stamp. I've also figured out a way to reverse die cut as well. So you get something like this. Now, this is the main one, and this is the one that has the reverse stamping and die cut, and it's not, I don't know if you can see that, but the one on the right is not perfect, and because whenever you do this, you are not going to get the same quality of stamp or die cutting. And you don't have to die cut. Once you've stamped, you could cut it out with a punch for your project. You could fussy cut, but I do not like fussy cutting. So I thought, is there a way that I can use my dies as well? So I used this stamp set. I think it was just from AliExpress or somewhere. And normally when you die cut, you can only die cut the one way like that. But I'm going to show you how to do it using a mirrored stamp. So first of all, there are quite a few different ways to do this. In fact, there is a way you can do it using your stamping platform, which I think Jenny McGuire covered, so I will leave a link to that in the description. But the one I'm going to do involves using a silicone mat. I first of all tried using this one. This is a Stampin' Up silicone mat, and it's really, really good quality. It works very well on that. I also tried it on this cheap silicone mat that I got from Temu. Just sort of cut it up, and it does work, but you're not going to get quite as good a quality as you do using a really decent silicone mat. So by all means, have a go with whatever you have. To be honest, any non-porous surface will do. I even tried it on my glass mat, but unfortunately it's very slippy and it ended up really, really smudgy. But it would do in a pinch. I tried using acetate, and that again was very slippy and it smudged a little bit. This is the best way I found to do it, but by all means find something that suits you. I'm going to try a different stamp this time. Now I do have to mention as well that if you're going to do this and you want it on a card panel, you want them facing each other on a card panel, then you can do it obviously, but just be very, very careful when you put it down. Or you could stamp it on a piece of card and die cut it out, as I showed you before. But I'm going to show you both ways. So for instance, I do strongly suggest you use a pigment ink. You need to use an ink that is not going to dry quickly. And this pigment ink VersaFine is the best that I've tried that worked. I'm going to stamp this onto the silicone mat. I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. Just try not to jiggle it at all, because it will smudge. Oh, that didn't work. And the beauty about this, I'm glad that's happened, because the beauty about it is that it just cleans off. This is my normal stamp cleaner, but you can just use water as well. Right, I'm going to try that again. Get a good stamp. Press it firmly. Oh, I think that wiggled a little bit. That's a bit better. Take your card and place it down carefully like that. Give it a good rub, and you're going to have to be very careful when you lift it up. So what I do is lift it from the top, put it back like that, and there you have it. It's not straight, as you can see, and you can see that the quality isn't as good as it would be with a normal stamp. Right, I'm going to make sure that this is completely clean and dry. You don't want any dampness on here at all. So I'm going to try this again. You can see I've practiced a few times there. It's just a matter of getting the pressure right, and it may take some practice to do this, but it is so much fun once you learn how to do it. So again, I'm just going to press down firmly, lift up, take the card, lay it down, press firmly, take it from the top, lift up like that, and that's a little bit better. But when you get a stamp, I mean, you're never going to get the best quality. It's never going to be as good as the proper stamp. But what you can do is take a black liner, black pen, and go over the line just to make it a little bit more detailed. And then what you can do, you can put it in a stamp platform if you want to get it right, but I'm just going to show you the normal stamp. So you can see there I now have a mirror image of that stamp. And like I say, this one's never going to be as good, but it can certainly be used. The same if you just want it on a piece of card to die cut out. And again, yeah, that seems to be a little bit better. Like I say, you're not going to get it perfect, so yeah, perhaps not too much pressure when you're doing the actual stamping, and give it a good rub and just go over it in pen if you need to. Now, to die cut. So if you cut it out on thin cardstock, when you do, you can turn it over, and you can't see that. I don't know if you can see that. You can see the image through there. So what you can do is line up. I'll try and do it so you can see it, but if you just give me a minute to line it up. There is an easy way to do this, which I'll show you in a minute. This isn't going to be perfect because the light's not very good at the minute because it's getting dark. But I'll just show you what I mean. Right, so when this cuts out, it's going to cut out on the reverse side, but it's still cut out. So there you go. So that's your die cut from the back. Because that is the proper way that it should have been die cut, you're going to have like a little edge all the way around, but to me that's worth it. But you can just fussy cut these out, of course. Any time you mirror a stamp, you can fussy cut it out. That's probably the best way to do it. But if you're like me and you do not like fussy cutting, then this is a way you can do it, reverse die cut. I do not suggest that you use a thick cardstock for this, but what I am going to suggest is that you get a fine tip marker pen or a fine tip ballpoint pen, anything that's going to show through. So I'll just quickly outline this now. Now that was just done very quickly, and then you can colour in the parts that you want to. Yeah, I understand this is awful, but it's just to show you another way you can do it. You can outline it in a black biro or black marker pen, very, very fine tip, not like this, but a very fine tip one. And then when you turn it over, you can see through it like that, and then it's a bit easier to add your die. Make sure you tape it down firmly. And then you have your die cut, and you can just finish colouring in at your leisure. Like I say, this is terrible. I know it looks really bad because my hand was shaking a little bit and the nib of the pen was far too wide, but that's just to show you another way you can do it. So just turn the page over, line it up as best you can, and then die cut it out. And then die cut your other one out as normal, and you get two together like that, which you can add to your card however you like. So like I said, this is the one I made for my granddaughter. She really wants it, she really likes it, so I'm going to give that to her. But it's not difficult to do, it's just a little bit fiddly and it can take a little bit of practice, but as long as you're careful you can get a half decent reverse print or reverse stamp like that, and a reverse die cut. So I really hope this was helpful. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye bye now.